The Mitten, adapted by Graham, Harapriya, Shreya, Kaylee, Maida, Max, Shreya R., Ari, Paris, and Zayon. Hope you enjoy. Once there was a girl named Nikki who wanted her new mitten made from wool as white as snow.
I want white mittens. I won't lose them.
At first, her grandfather, Baba, didn't want to knit white mittens.
If you drop one in the snow, you'll never find it.
But Nikki wanted snow white mittens, and finally Baba made them.
Okay, but if you lose them, you won't get them back.
So off Nikki went, and it wasn't long until one of her new mittens dropped in the snow and was left behind. A mole, tired from tunneling along, discovered the mitten and burrowed inside.
I'm tired.
It was cozy and warm and just the right size, so he decided to stay. A snowshoe rabbit came hopping by. She stopped for a moment to admire her winter coat. It was then that she saw the mitten.
I don't want to get dirty. This will keep me warm and clean.
She wiggled in feet first. The mole didn't think there was room for both of them, but when he saw the rabbit's big kickers, he moved over.
I'll scooch over.
Next, a hedgehog came snuffling along. Having spent the day looking under wet leaves for things to eat, he decided to move into the mitten and warm himself.
Scooch over.
The mole and the rabbit were bumped and jostled.
I'll make room for you. Ouch.
But not being ones to argue with someone covered with prickles, they made room. As soon as the hedgehog disappeared into the mitten, a big owl, attracted by the commotion, swooped down.
What's going on in there?
When he decided to move in also, the mole, the rabbit, and the hedgehog grumbled.
There's no room. Fine. Okay.
But when they saw the owl's glinty talons, they quickly let him in. Up through the snow appeared a badger. She eyed the mitten.
What in the world is that thing on the ground?
And began to climb in. The mole, the rabbit, the hedgehog, and the owl were not pleased.
Find a different mitten. Can't you see we're all squished in here? Ditto. Get out of here.
There was not room left.
I want to go in.
But when they saw her big diggers, they gave her the thumb. It started snowing, but the animals were snug in the mitten. A waft of warm steam rose in the air, and a fox trotting by stopped to investigate.
What in the world is going on?
Just at the sight of the cozy mitten made her feel drowsy. The fox muzzled in.
I'm so squished. Fine, but don't snore. Ditto.
A great bear lumbered by. He spied the mitten all plumped up.
What is this?
Not being one to be left out in the cold, he began to nose his way in.
Move over, let me get in. Fine. What is going on here? Don't step on me. Fine, but don't be stinky. Maybe. Don't eat us.
The animals were packed in as tightly as could be, but what animal would argue with the bear? The mitten swelled and stretched. It was pulled and bulged to many times its size, but Baba's good knitting held fast. Along came a meadow mouse, no bigger than an acorn.
Let me in. I'm the tiniest of you all.
She wriggled into the one space left and made herself comfortable on top of Great Bear's nose.
Don't sneeze.
The bear, tickled by the mouse's whiskers, gave an enormous sneeze.
Achoo!
The force of the sneeze shot the mitten up into the sky and scattered the animals in all directions.
Oh no! Ah! Wee! Nice one, Bear. I love it. This is fun. Help! I want to get back in a mitten.
On her way home, Nikki saw a white shape in the distance. It was the lost mitten silhouetted against the blue sky. As she ran to catch her snow-white mitten, she saw Baba's face in the window. First, he looked to see if she was safe and sound, and then he saw that she still had her new mittens.
What happened? I have no idea.